What up, what up, what up, what up? We are live, man. We are live. Episode 63 of the Sip Smoke Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Eddie Guns, or Smurf Dog, or Smurf, Pop Smurf, Guns, whatever the fuck you want to call me. Just spell my goddamn name right. For everybody hit me up on Facebook, spell my goddamn name right. It's right there on fucking Facebook. If you start to type my last fucking name in, my name will fucking come up. Spell my fucking name right. I don't misspell nobody's fucking name. Spell my fucking name right. Oh, my bad. Hey, I'm done, man. My bad. My bad. Episode 63 of the Sip Smoke Sports Podcast, man. Let me bring in the fellas, man. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? We got somebody standing by too, man. We got somebody standing by.
I'm good, man. We got a guest.
Yeah, man. Pep ain't gonna be on tonight. He say partying and jet lag got him.
Yeah, because he too old to be out there partying.
Yeah, no, I ain't mad. I ain't tripping. Anyway, hold up.
I mean, he on flights with Ja Rule. You know, he big time now. You know.
I know, right? I had to hit him back with something real quick. My eyes burn. Let me do this. If you would like to appear on the Sip Smoke Sports Podcast, you can hit me at this Gmail right here. Or if you know me, you can hit me on Facebook or any of them social media platforms. Or if you got my phone number, if we really cool like that, and you got my phone number, you can hit me up. You can shoot me a text or call me or something. All right, so look, hey, I'm gonna bring in my man, Angel Avila. We was in the WTU together, and he wanted to come on and talk about BRITTNey Griner. Oh, wait, my bad. We do not own the rights to any music, video, or stats on the show. We're just some old war vets talking about sports and keeping the hood professional. G, what they need to do if they don't like that?
Get off our nutsacks.
That's right. Well, hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. So, look, without further ado, man, I'm going to bring in my man.
A.K.A. Gerald Levert.
Yeah, I'm going to bring in my man, Avila. Hey, what's up? What's up, eh?
What's going on, fellas? Good to see everybody. You guys can call me AV. Most people can't say the last name right. You spell your name right. I say it right. It's close enough to me, big dog. We've known each other a while. So.
Is it something different?
It's Avila.
Avila. Okay, bet. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
all right, but I'm going to call you AV, though. Yeah.
All good, man.
All good. Though. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I appreciate the invite. How's everyone doing?
Man, we're good, man. How you doing, AV?
Man, I'm hanging in there. Just like you, I almost lost my hair. I heard your intro. Watching this damn game today, man.
Bruh. Man.
I'm 3 quarters ain't going to get it done, man. That's asking for a one and done playoff entry.
We gotta get rid of Kellen Moore, yo.
I see that in y'all
future.
And I'm a kid from the 90s.
Time out. We ain't talking about the Cowboys right now, man. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna come on here and take over this shit. I don't give a fuck how frustrated or scared y'all are. Y'all ain't taking this shit over.
I'm not scared. I know what's gonna happen. We ain't gonna go for it. But we'll wait. I'll hold my comments.
Please do.
Because I know what's gonna happen.
Please do. So look, man, I don't know how long you're gonna stick around, AV. So we'll just get right into it. We'll let you start. Hey, let him speak. Don't interrupt. He gonna give us his opinion, his commentary. Don't interrupt. Yeah. Let him finish.
Okay.
AV, when you finish, let us know when you finish.
Absolutely.
And then I'll call on somebody to speak on it. Word.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You got it, man.
All right, so hold up. We're gonna do that right there. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so I think what the big Brittney Griner thing, I think the biggest thing is there's just a misconception that if you have an opinion, it has to be that everything is wrong. And I think there could be two rights at the same time. First and foremost, am I happy another American is home? Absolutely. For those of us who veterans, I'm retired just like you are. We understand what that sacrifice is for. People are going to have their opinions. I've never ever been upset at her opinion. The Colin Kaepernick thing never been a thing. The whole point of us doing what we did was for people to have their voice, whether we agree with it or not. That's what our sacrifice was around. So I definitely want to get that out right. An American is home. Hey, good honor. I think for me, but at the end of the day, what's the cost of that? I believe you said your daughter's currently serving. I have two sons that are serving, both in the Marines, stationed in California and whatnot. And so now this dude who's already, I don't know if you've seen it, he's already been on the news once already as far as like where he wants to go. So he's already out there and he's making it public as far as like what he wants to get involved in Ukraine. He wants to push the Russian agenda, push all that thing. And so for me, it wasn't that it was one or the other. And I think now as some more facts have come out, we know that it wasn't choose one, right? It was like you have this or you don't. I think for me though, when you talk to that political realm, and at the end of the day, I was a crayon eating jarhead at one point, then switched over to the Army after 8 years and finished up there. And for me, it's then you don't make the deal. Like again, you're looking at getting one individual back, but what's going to be all the backlash for the individual that you gave in return for that? And for me, it's I stand kind of firmly on that. Is I understand it. You take this deal or you don't. And for me, I'm on that. Well, then you just don't. Like it's not like we traded for the Dalai Lama, right? Or an individual that's a Nobel Peace Prize winner, or an individual that has some scientific notion of where it's going to like turn, the environment in some way. It was at the end of the day, it was a celebrity basketball player, but also American. So again, I can understand that piece. And that's just kind of where I stand. Like I said, I'm totally happy she's home. I don't think that the price we paid to get her home, I just don't think there was enough value with that trade. And so that's where I stand. I think it's been a crazy topic. It's been very polarizing, especially in the workforce. I find myself working again because military retirement ain't that great. But back in the workforce, man, it's been some pretty hot and intense cooler talk. So I definitely want to get on, hear the opinion of some of my fellow veterans. I didn't know where they were, because again, it is very polarizing, and it's hard, especially for those of us. You saw my record, guns. I mean, I've got the PHs. I've bled overseas. I've had all those things. So it's tough, especially now that I have two sons in the service and could possibly have to deal with the fallout of the whole thing. So it's kind of put me in a weird spot, right? It's like I got my veteranship, but then I still have my fatherhood too. So it's one of those things to balance. So again, I appreciate you bringing me on and letting me throw my 2 cents out there, and I'm super looking forward to the conversation and what everybody else's opinions are.
You know what? Who wants to go first? BA? G? Which one of y'all want to go first?
I'll go.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
BA.
I said I give it to G. Do it, G.
Okay, go G.
Okay. First off, we didn't do this. To those who ain't here.
Hey, yeah. I didn't leave the house.
It's all
man,
good.
so,
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, but trust me, I'm half of them motherfuckers right now. So believe that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
So, AV, I feel exactly what it is you're saying, and I said damn near the exact same thing to my mama the other day on the phone when she asked me how I felt. We gave up an arms dealer for a basketball player when we still got another guy over there for so-called espionage. Was that price high enough for to bring her home? And I don't think there was enough. There was no political pressure. There's no political retribution to get her. So, yes, I'm happy she's home. She's an American. She was wrongful, not wrongfully, but for me, the whole thing was because Russia's at war with the Ukraine and the U.S. is supporting Russia. No matter how we feel about it, that's my view on it.
Yep.
But I agree with you. I don't think giving up a arms dealer, a convicted arms dealer, was high enough to bring her home. Now, you're right. People are going to say what they want to say. People are going to feel how they want to feel. There's a lot of people that's going to feel a certain way because she's gay or that she's black or that she's female. You know what I'm saying? Wipe all that shit out and look at her as an individual. Her being a basketball star was that high enough for us to give up not a war criminal, an arms dealer, back to a country that's at war with another country that we're supporting. So we all know, I think we're all in agreement on why she was in jail and why they did her the way that they did. Okay, cool. Boom. But I wholeheartedly like how you said people's feelings are going to get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And there's two that for in this situation, there is two rights. Yeah, we bought her home or they bought her home. But again, for me, the ultimate question will always fall back to was giving up an arms dealer. But did that equal, bringing a basketball star home? That's go ahead, BA. I know Gun's gonna go last, so go ahead, BA.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, it was a setup. It was a straight up setup. Listen, Brittney Griner is the number one basketball player in the WNBA and a polarizing figure in society. So they used her, again, not trying to speculate, probably planted some stuff on her, locked her up to try to leverage to get this dude out of jail so they can kill him in prison. I'm just saying they did not want this dude to stay in our prison system long enough for them to break him. Because no telling how many secrets this guy has. Me working in intelligence, that was my first initial thought, and still remains my initial thought, was this was a straight up setup for them to leverage to get this dude out of jail before he gave up any information about the Russian government and their involvement in the gun trade. That's just my opinion. Were the Russians ever going to release a Marine? No, they don't release him because he was okay. He got arrested for what? Espionage? Think about it.
Supposedly, but yeah.
I'm saying again, talks have probably been in the works a long time about this. And so they finally saw that, we got Brittney Griner. We don't like her because she's homosexual, black, and a female. But in America, she's big time. She's the number one player in the WNBA, who is also in a big embroiled social media news story about trying to get equal pay for WNBA players. She's out there on the forefront for LBG, the alphabet community. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying she held a lot of cards. I'm telling you, it was a setup from the beginning. Brittney Griner was a pawn, and she just was set up, and she was in the wrong place, wrong time, wrong situation, and that's what I think. Where you at, Gun?
All right, cool. Look here, man. I really appreciate y'all opinions. I do. I don't disagree with it. I'm just gonna try and change your mind. Can I do that?
Yep, I'm with it.
All right. So check this out. the Lord of War or Lord of Death or whoever this fucking dude is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was serving a 25-year sentence. He only had 11 years left on that sentence. How many years did they give Brittney Griner?
I don't know.
9. Okay. So you let Brittney Griner sit there for 9 years with Paul Whelan. Let the Lord of Death sit there for 11 years. They all get out. You think that motherfucker still ain't gonna go back to killing?
Oh no.
Okay. Now those are rhetorical questions.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. So, with that being said, let's talk about this drug charge. So they gave Brittney Griner 9 years for a little bit of cannabis oil.
Cannabis oil.
So they caught a white male in Russia with way more cannabis than Brittney Griner and only gave him 3 months.
Talk about it. Hey, come on now.
Okay, so I'm gonna scratch that out because if that don't remind you of America, I don't know what does. Apparently them Russian judges are Republicans. But anyway, I'm gonna scratch that out.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go.
Same blueprint.
Espionage, big time. Cannabis, not so serious. Now, let me give you some context on why Russia's probably holding Paul Whelan over there for espionage. Check this out. And I want them to bring him home, but I just want to let you know why they won't let him come home.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Give some context. Paul Whelan, he enlisted in the Marine Corps in the Marine Corps Reserves in 1994. Took military leave from Kelly service to serve with the Marine Corps Reserve from 2003 to 2008, including service in Iraq. I appreciate that. I love it. He held the rank of Staff Sergeant with Marine Air Control Group 38, working as an administrative clerk and administrative chief, and he was part of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Hell yeah. He doing it big time. After a court-martial conviction in January 2008 on multiple counts related to larceny, he was sentenced to 60 days restriction, reduction to pay grade E4, and a bad conduct discharge. The specific charges against him included attempting to steal more than $10,000 in 2006 in Iraq and using a false social security number to create a false account on a government computer system to grade his own examinations. You think the Russians don't know that? So when they grab him and they say he over there doing espionage, you think that's why they won't let him come home? Because if he willing to steal from his own people, what the fuck you think he doing over there in Russia?
Hey, I'm with you.
So what are we talking about here? So y'all say leave her there for a little bit of cannabis, but bring him home when he was trying to rob his own country, and then he go to Russia and get caught, and now he's stuck over there. Even his own brother was sitting there asking the Trump administration, all these Republicans, why they didn't get him out. He got locked up 2 years into the Trump administration.
Yeah, but again,
everybody bitching at Biden.
Let's talk about it, because everybody now knows that Trump was working with him. He was working with the Russians.
He wouldn't even turn him over to Trump, and that's his boy. Trump is his boy.
I'm not bitching at none of them.
And what I read right there, that's the reason why he ain't able to come home right there. Yeah. You know, there are 19 countries holding prisoners of war. 19 countries. Why is everybody bitching about Brittney Griner coming home?
Again, I think like AV was leaning towards, and like I said, they're throwing race, gender, or sexuality.
It's a lot of people who don't give a shit. It's a lot of people saying she got to come home because of her celebrity.
and that's what I'm saying.
But you don't agree with that at all, Guns? Not even a little bit?
It was you take Brittney Griner or nothing, and for people to say don't take nothing and leave her there, that's wrong, bro.
Absolutely
wrong.
But what I
was if that was your family member, you would want them to come home.
Because
what I was leaning towards was the fact that if Russia was not at war with if they did not invade the Ukraine and then they had NATO back, the Ukraine got NATO backing, and Brittney.
So I get it. It was political. I get it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that was the whole.
Well, if it's only political, then why are people mad that she came home?
Look, exactly. I'm not mad that she came home.
She did not. She's not military. She's not political at all.
I'm not mad that she came home.
Look, okay, and that's cool. All right, but one more point, and I see AB want to say something.
Yeah,
she was ahead, BA. In the game.
So watch this. So you saying Brittney Griner home? She been locked up. She's just a basketball player. What is she gonna tell the U.S.? Nothing. BA, when Paul Whelan comes home, us as intel guys, what's the first thing we gonna do?
Interrogate him.
We gonna debrief that dude. Again, and they know that.
Well, we'll say
you think Putin know that?
Well, we're gonna interrogate that dude.
So if he was over there for espionage, they not gonna let that motherfucker come home to prove it.
Because we gonna.
They don't know what he knows.
Because
they don't know what he knows.
They gonna offer him a deal, a sweetheart deal, and he gonna give up everything.
But they don't know what he knows. But when they do decide to let him come home, they gonna ask for something big. I'll admit that. That one. It's gonna be bigger than that dude they just sent home too. They gonna ask for something big.
But hey, listen, team. I'm gonna go back to my original statement. I'm telling you.
All right, I'm good.
These daggum things have been in talks for years about releasing that dude to the U.S. for a trade. Been in talks for years. Russia saw the opportunity when Brittney Griner went over there to play on a team, out of country. So once they found it,
I think she's been going over there for the last 9 years, though.
Yeah, they go over there because of the disparity in contracts, disparity in the pay contracts. But I guess for me, I have two points, and really that's it. Is one, we know that when we went overseas, we always got briefed. If you go over there and mess up, there's going to be repercussions based on it because your U.S. status doesn't mean anything over there, right? So she obviously we know she had handlers. I mean, at the amount that she's making for what they're paying her for that team, she would have had some type of handler say, "Don't do this," or at least a fall guy. I mean, all the celebrities that come here and they get busted into whatever is like, what are their boys that will take that hit, right? Hey, we'll take care of you, put money on your books. We all know how that works. But I think for me, we're in such a polarized climate right now that you can't agree with one and still have an opinion about something else. It's automatically, oh, well, how come you're mad? You don't have to be mad. Like, I'm not upset that she's home. Like, obviously you said there's 19 others around the world, right? Do I wish we did something to get them home too? Absolutely. By no means am I upset that she's home. For me, I mean, it's already done, but I can still, I mean, she's already home. We've already done what's happened, but I can still be of the opinion that it just wasn't fair value, if value at all, right?
But we know that.
I think, but look, but I don't think we do. I think because people argue about this all the time.
For Paul Whelan, they asked for him for that dude. They said no. What are you gonna do dealing with a psychopath?
Yeah, again, and I think
you gonna force his hand. One reason to start a nuclear war. He won a reason.
They did their normal thing, like I said, in the intelligence community. They did their best. They did their analytical thing. Like, okay, here's what we can do. We can get this basketball star who is a polarizing figure in the U.S. who's big time.
Y'all quit labeling her like that. She's an American, dude.
Okay, I'm just saying.
She said a basketball star. No, she's an American.
Okay, I said American.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
I got you.
You got this American that everybody knows that has all this influence. Hey, let's do this. Let's do her. Because again, from day one, she said, I had no cannabis oil in my bags. Day one, and never changed her story. Ever.
But she did. She said because it's prescribed to her.
Yeah,
she forgot that it was in her bag.
She said she made a mistake. She
That
forgot it was in her bag.
But my point, I guess what I'm saying is, the only reason why they took it 9 months and they took it to trial, whatever.
Because it's Russia, it's bullshit, and it's political.
That's primary answer number one.
It's fucking sham fucking trials, man.
And if it wasn't for the fact that if you want to say win, lose, and if you want to gauge that war on whatever level, however you want to gauge it, the Ukraine is beating Russia.
Well, yeah,
they're in the process of winning that war. Russia does not have the equipment that the U.S. has given to the Ukraine.
Man, the Ukraine was beating Russia with the Home Alone stuff.
But what I'm saying is,
they was setting door knobs on fire. You know what I'm saying? They was using rakes.
What I'm saying, BA, is that if the U.S. and Great Britain and all those other NATO countries that border the Ukraine and Russia was not supporting the Ukraine, they would have never did what they did to Brittney Griner. Russia would have been like, okay, we sending you home, don't never come back.
What? I'm okay, yes, that's a possibility, G. That is a possibility. But I'm just saying, Russia saw an opportunity with Brittney Griner. And
I agree.
And took it. And
our countries see opportunities with Americans. That's why they snatch it.
Right.
Exactly.
You're right. And it's a lot of other ones in history. So, but again, you know, we're in 2020 with social media and internet and stuff like that. Like you can go back in history and research all kinds of stuff. But I'm just saying, yes, this guy blew up to be so huge, and it's rightfully huge. But she was a pawn, man, and I feel bad for her as an American because, again, she kept on saying the whole time, like, just come get me.
And we know and understand that. But what I'm saying is, and I think AV is saying the same thing.
Right.
If we were not back in the Ukraine, Russia would not give a shit about their arms dealer in U.S. captivity and would have just let her go.
I disagree, G, because I'm telling you, I think this arms dealer thing with talks has been in a while.
It could
I
be.
think they've been talks in a while.
Hey man, they gonna track that dude. Don't be surprised if that dude end up in a car bomb or something.
No, he's gonna be dead. I'm telling you, you will never hear anything about this dude again. I'm telling you, he's going to die.
You think they're gonna track that dude with something and they're gonna turn it on after he got back to Russia? But I'm saying, but BA, I'm just saying,
already,
this is the standpoint that I see it as. If the U.S. was not back in the Ukraine and Russia was losing to the Ukraine, if Russia was winning that war, was making significant progress against the Ukraine without U.S. backing, there wouldn't have been a trial. There would have been no issue. They would have told her, pack your shit and don't never come back.
I just saw it as an opportunity.
Because like Gunn said, that dude has been in jail in the United States for 11 years.
I got it. Yes, I got it. But they saw opportunity.
14.
Yeah. 14. But again, G, I don't know what you did in the military, but I'm saying I know that I was in intelligence, and I've seen the shady moves that we got to do to make stuff happen. And I'm saying if I was in that same position, let's say I had a Russian basketball player come to the U.S. to try to play in the NBA, right? They got one of my guys locked up in Russia. An arms dealer, American arms dealer in Russia. And me as an intelligence professional, I'll be like, hey, yo, we've heard this dude does A, B, and C. Let's either check his shit hard or plant some stuff and arrest him. And hold him to try to make some kind of ransom thing. Because again, if anything I tried to do before didn't work, that's what we do.
Okay, but check.
I can say real quick.
Go ahead,
it would never work the other way around. And I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you why right
now. Because we got too many rules as Americans.
No, because nobody else has the LeBron and Kim Kardashian effect like we do. People that are going to jump on the thing, be like, why you bring my boy back? Why you bring my girl back? The Kardashians that do this. I don't agree with it. I think we were living in one of the wildest times in the history of the United States with the leverage that for some reason celebrities have, right? That's why it would never work, right? And then I think for me, one thing that we're failing, and I think one thing that we're failing to see too is what's going to keep another country from grabbing a celebrity when they get the chance?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Considering how bad we folded on this one.
Yep, absolutely.
So and I think that's another thing we have to look at too. Is that,
they're doing it anyway. They were doing it even before BRITTNEY Griner. I mean, they ain't started nothing new.
Yeah, this ain't
nothing new.
Dude, this has been going on.
We got Americans in countries. We got Americans in countries getting their heads chopped off.
Y'all would be
nothing new.
Man,
that's why with NATO countries they got SOFA agreements. That's why.
But the countries that's doing it aren't in NATO.
And that's why I'm saying that's why with NATO.
And some of them are in NATO.
But
again,
saying,
it's a different
Russia,
world.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing that BRITTNEY Griner was a pawn, and I'm not disagreeing that there was there was other reasoning behind why everything went down the way that it went down. But what I'm agreeing with,
he must have dialed up.
But what I'm saying is that if Russia would have invaded the Ukraine, and nobody backed the Ukraine, no matter how much their president appealed to U.S. Congress, if nobody would have backed them, and BRITTNEY Griner got caught with that cannabis oil, 9 or 10 vials or however many she had, if she would have got caught with that, they would have never said anything. Because if you watch the video of her being arrested, like you said, it was a setup. They knew she had it in there because she went into the country with it. She was on her way out. She was leaving to come back to the U.S. So I agree with you. It was a setup, but the setup was also was predicated off of they were at war with the Ukraine, and the United States gave them $40-something billion and in weaponry and support, and Russia started losing.
Wasn't that after she got arrested though?
But it was the war really didn't kick off until. It really didn't really get into it like that because they were just saying that they were doing training operations close to the border of the Ukraine, and then all of a sudden they invade.
Yeah, I got you, G.
So that was like
I agree with you. That's probably part of the scenario. But I'm telling you, as again in my experience, I'm telling you the whole thing is predicated on a failure of trying to do a trade for that arms dealer in the past, or right up to even that whole thing.
We'll never know that until the CIA releases the what's the name report saying, yeah, they've been trying to get that dude for years, months, and days.
We'll see that we'll see that in 2040.
Let me make this last point, and then we can move on, man.
All right.
Paul Whelan's brother, David Whelan, stated that the last administration didn't even try to get his brother out, and that what was the other point I was gonna make? they didn't try to get his brother out, and also
because Russell
they were glad to see that she got brought home.
Yeah, I mean, they were glad to see that she got brought home.
Yeah, but Russell was asking for too much.
Yeah, I mean,
a whole lot,
and that's probably why we still got 19. We still got 19 countries holding people because they're asking for so much.
Yeah,
and they're probably asking for people in other countries and shit like that, people that we can't get to, But they think we can leverage because we're the U.S. They think we can leverage these other countries to get these people that they want to get them out and trade for the person for the American. And it's just it don't work that way, man. It's like who the fuck y'all think we are? You just think the U.S. gonna come over here and punk us or something? Nah, it don't work like that, man. Anyway, fuck that. Hey, let's move on, man. Let's move on. Fuck it. I appreciate the conversation. She home. Yeah, hell yeah, ain't shit none of us can do about it now. Let's move on.
I'm glad she's back.
We gonna do.
You got a tight fade now.
Yeah, man. She said,
y'all stupid.
It was gonna be too cold out there, so she just cut him off, man. Shit,
got tight fade.
That shit freeze up.
You know what I'm saying? The blocks freeze up.
She just left here.
Let's
she
go.
just left here about 2 days ago. Yeah, she was in Bamsey.
You know what?
What?
Yeah, I wanna. Yeah, she was in San Antonio.
Oh, sure, I know that.
Yeah. I wanna get y'all. Go ahead and do this, BA. Go ahead.
Hold up. I gotta go make my drink real quick before I talk about this.
Oh Lord.
All right, go, man. Go. Huh? Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
you a Cowboys fan. You can go first.
Let AV go.
Wait. Hold up, man. Go get your drink. We gonna wait till you come back.
Since you're gonna go get yours, let me go make mine.
Yeah.
Guns, your voice is looking good. I look forward to that conversation.
Yeah, man. Well, shit. I would say we was getting healthy, but we lost Debo today. But I'll get into that later. So
yeah, I honestly I don't think that's gonna. It's a.
Well, no, I mean we got weapons now.
Yeah,
I mean we got.
Y'all got weapons now.
I mean, shit. He was barely getting the ball to Debo anyway, but just his presence, on the field.
Threat. Yeah, the threat.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, man. Wild day today too. Kansas City barely pulled it off as well today.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We normally get into a lot of different stuff, man. You'll see. You'll see. You see, I got his little win video.
I see that.
Yeah, I got a win and a loss video for everybody's team.
Like Stephen A. Smith, man, that dude.
Yeah, I think that's why Pep didn't want to come on, man. He didn't want to explain that loss today. He done split with the Bills now, and that loss hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they didn't drop down into third place.
Yeah, that loss hurt him, man.
The Giants loss hurt them too.
Yeah, I mean, everybody talking about. Hey, man, we gonna get into all of it. You know what? I can talk about that. Everybody talking about the NFC East is so tough, man. NFC ain't that tough. Their schedule ain't that tough. None of them. Yeah, pretty much. That shit killed. Hey, man, and your quarterback was getting throttled. Give me some sauce with them ribs, man. They was working his quarterback. They was working Mike White. Mike White! And what's his name says? Bart Scott. Mike White! All right, y'all ready?
Let's put this hat on before I start.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, whatever, man. I'm going to give you the video again. I'm going to give you a little video again.
You don't have to.
But I'm going to. I want to. Boom.
How about them Cowboys and they punk ass offense coordinator Kellen Moore? This dude is a fucking dude.
I guess you going first, huh, BA? Okay, go ahead.
This dude's a fucking dude. No, unmute your mics because I want to hear your laughter because they deserve it. They deserve all the hate. They deserve it. This shit was goddamn terrible. Yo, bruh, listen. Again, my wife, who I love to death, is a basketball player, and she admits I've learned a lot about football from you, but I'm not an expert. But this some terrible play calling. I said, thank you. When you got somebody who don't know about football wondering why we are not running the ball when we're getting positive yards on every run, trying to do some cute shit for no goddamn reason.
That's why I was hoping y'all would get OBJ.
No, stop it. Shut your ass up. They need to go get a goddamn cornerback.
He would completely abandon the run.
Completely. He would completely abandon. If we got OBJ, holy shit, we would look like the Rams back when Kurt Russell was running it. We will be the greatest show on turf of just straight throwing the goddamn ball every down damn near. I'm telling you, it made no sense.
You're not telling us why y'all won.
Huh?
You're not telling us why y'all won. You telling us why you mad.
Because Houston is Houston. And they Texan that shit. That's why. That's why. We didn't win. The Texans Texan that shit. I'll tell you that right now.
There you go.
And BA, I agree with you 100% with this play calling. So I think there's one thing that we're missing, and I hope you picked up. Hope you picked up on it too. Mm-hmm. Malik Collins, former Cowboy, played with the Cowboys past 2-3 years.
Did you notice this?
He was stunning every blocking concept, and at no point did kid genius decide, okay, maybe I need to mix up my blocking scheme. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, again, they do their blocking scheme is contingent on the West Coast offense type. The Denver Broncos just do it. I completely forgot in that right now. I just completely what the name of it was. But instead of going head to head, he was stunning and slanting in the gaps every single time, taking two linemen with him, whether he's submarine the guard or the tackle, and he just was plugging holes. And at no point did we run counter. At no point did we run jet sweep. At no point we didn't do any of that.
I asked why they win, and these cats is venting, man. Like, goddamn.
Okay. Here's how.
Goddamn.
Here's how the Cowboys won.
They trying to solve all the Cowboys' problems tonight. Like, goddamn. Jerry Jones ain't listening, y'all. Why the fuck did y'all win?
Okay, here's how Cowboys won.
Hey, hold on a second, BA. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me answer his question that he asked me. AV did address why they won. He said because the Texans was going to Texan it up.
That's what they did. That's what they did. And don't get me wrong. That pick, that high pace at the end, I think the running game that we did do, because Pollard and Zeke were still effective, even though the scoreboard doesn't exactly reflect it. Those body blows do eventually catch up. Then you go into 2-minute mode.
Cowboys went away from them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I know, right? But then they went into 2-minute mode at the end, utilized their tight ends a little bit more, even though Jake Ferguson was out. They still had Hendershot and Dalton Schultz out there. Noah Brown, even though he let one ding off his chest, that great catch, even though he got belted by I forgot what was the name of that safety. That safety was knocking the shit out of all of us.
Oh, Najee!
God, was that dude? That dude was lighting us.
That boy had a game.
Peachy's a stunner, man. Peachy's a hitter.
Cowboys didn't draft him. That's
he played for Baylor.
Yeah, man, he was hitting us like we stole money from him. And so, we went to that 2-minute, and then of course I thought Kid Genius was going to do it to us again. He was trying to get cute inside the 5-yard line. Bro. Luckily, they gave it to Zeke. He found the end zone. And then it was everything was right. And again, as a Houston got those chunk plays, and then they went ahead and got like 3 negative plays into the sack to end it. So again, I will take that. At the end of the day, a win is a win.
Yeah.
But we can't. That's 3 weeks in a row where when you're playing one quarter, I ain't gonna get it done, man. San Francisco put everybody on notice today. They ain't trying to just play 1 quarter, 2 quarters. They're putting 4 quarters together. Philadelphia put 4 quarters together. I mean, and these are the teams we're chasing. I mean, let's be honest. Like, I think for us, you know, we put a little bit too much of that smoke in our pipe, right? And we walked this one high, got hit in the mouth, and we got some things we got to work on. But like I said, overall, W is a W.
Can I assist you?
Hold on.
No. Hey. Let me get this out. I said, this is the Eagles. A straight goddamn line. You know they're going to be straight. You ain't got to worry about no up and down shit. I said, this is the 49ers. Damn near every once in a while, you might get an up and down a little bit, but not that goddamn much. Cowboys, we look like a goddamn stock exchange fucking screen. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Because we do stupid fucking shit.
Is that why y'all won?
Can I help y'all on y'all bet?
I'll fuck with y'all. Go ahead, G.
So, if you gentlemen check the text stream, y'all will see that I said you should have something me and Smurf say all the time. Take the points. When they got the interception and they didn't score the touchdown, and it was 4th down and they went for it, I said, take the points.
Yeah, remember when I told you the Texans are going to Texan?
Exactly.
When Briscoe takes the snap and he turns and the running back ain't there, he had that like, where the hell did he go? Oh, tuck and run, and then smash right into the line, and it was over. And I was so thankful that Lovie Smith is who he is and didn't override that call, because you got to take the points in that situation. You're absolutely right.
Let me be real with
if they would have took the points and kicked the field goal and went up 6, you knew Dallas was going to have to pass the ball to get back down the field.
Hey,
got it.
And by running it, they made them use their timeouts so that they didn't. Even if they went down there, they were going to have anything left to try to run the length of the field. So you're absolutely right. That was a big mistake. Lovie Smith should have overrode that. So that
he should have kicked the field goal.
But
when they went down and scored, when y'all went down and scored, y'all left 40-something seconds left on the clock. There, it may have been more if they would have kicked the field goal. And then you know you're going to kick off, and that shit is going to go out the back of the end zone because you're afraid of a run back. Cool. So you do that. The ball comes out to the 25. Even if Dallas goes down and scores a touchdown, they're going to have to do it quick. They're going to have to do it quick because
you might have a minute and 2 timeouts too. Exactly. That's the biggest thing. You might have a minute and 2 timeouts, and that's an eternity in the NFL.
Because Dak made that shit up too.
So
you know what I'm saying? Dak made some shit up too. So y'all score. We'll use AV's scenario. We'll use AV's time frame.
You're talking about Dak Prescott, because that's who was playing today. It wasn't Dak. That was Dak Prescott today.
With a minute left on the clock, you're down 1. All you got to do is get down to the 30-yard line to kick a field goal. In the scenario in the situation that that Lovie Smith put his offense in, he screwed himself because you didn't have no timeouts. You're throwing deep passes with no timeouts. So if they catch it, your lineman is tired and they got to get their big asses up off the ground to get downfield to set up to spike the ball. That's 15 seconds. 12, 15 seconds at a time. No timeouts, no nothing, because they were thrown in the middle of the field. That's like the main reason why I didn't watch the whole game, because I was watching the Eagles game. But that, for me, from what I saw, that is why they lost. That is why the Cowboys won. Because if that shit would have never happened, you put the Cowboys in a totally different situation, and the Texans are 2-10-1.
It's gonna feel like that.
The Cowboys have messed up their whole goddamn playoff. You know, whatever. And listen, G, we already know you was watching the Eagles game with your shirt off and Vaseline and shit like that. Anyway, let me end this conversation with this. Here's how the Cowboys won. Luck.
Finally, we get to that.
Luck.
Luck.
Mike McCarthy said, fuck what you call it. I'm going to change some shit up. And Dak and the offense saying, fuck it. We're going to put it on our back and win this game. Again, luck.
Yeah, that was Dak. That was Dak the last drive. Before that, it was Duck. Duck Prescott. That's what my son says all the time.
Duck Prescott.
It was Duck Prescott for the first 3 quarters. Dak came out that last drive.
Hey, Dak came out.
That's all it was.
Let's put him on our back. Fuck what this dude's calling. Right. Let's do it. Yeah. So let's
can't do that in the playoffs.
All right. Okay, so look, real quick. Y'all only had 127 rushing yards. Ezekiel Elliott was 15 for 62. Pollard 10 for 42. Dak Prescott 6 for 23. But shit, everybody got catches. Like he threw the ball 39 times. Everybody got catches.
Again, let's go back to
include 2 Texans. Now that wasn't to spark no conversation.
You say include 2 Texans?
Yeah, that wasn't to spark no conversation. That was just throwing them stats out, saying that I don't think they ran the ball enough. I think they threw the ball too much.
Okay, what do I want to say?
Hey, check what Aloysius said.
And to be honest, the Texans pass rush is formidable, man. They put some pressure on that.
When you start off the first 3 plays of the game throwing the ball, that's when I'm gonna sit there and come on, man. It was fucking stupid. It was a stupid fucking game plan from the fucking
jump.
No guns.
I got you, BA. I'm not saying
3 plays were all passes.
I'm not saying that you lying, BA. I'm not saying that you lying. Hell, I figured out.
Stupid.
I figured out Kellen Moore's playbook his 3rd game of being the offensive coordinator. And I texted Lee that. I said the NFL had already figured out this dude playbook, man. In 3 games.
We got to get rid of this dude. He got to
3 games after they fired Jason Garrett.
Let that dude go coach.
Go ahead, AB.
College somewhere. Let's roll, man.
Here's what kills me. Last week, CD Lamb was a monster. Why was CD Lamb a monster? Because he kept him in motion the whole damn game. I went back. I did a little analysis today, guys. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
CD Lamb was in motion 7 plays today.
Yeah.
Everything else, he was out at the Y or the Z.
I should have used my stat guy, man. That's a good stat, man.
Wasn't even in the slot. Wasn't even in the slot. He was in the slot twice. He was in the slot twice. Mm-hmm. Noah Brown mainly ran a lot of the motion, mainly because they were trying to do a lot of more run concepts, right? So Noah Brown, the bigger receiver. But when you have Noah Brown, the bigger receiver, and you put him in motion, and you bring him back right back to the line, what do you think is going to happen? Oh, hey guys, here comes the run. That's Noah Brown. And even when he would try to leak out, because they understand that concept so much, you had linebackers
we'll get back
going
to
up
the
there.
Cowboys, and I'll bring you on the next time, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you tuning in. Nah, that's my man right there, Smooth.
And so for me, you're everybody's talking about Dak is great. I think he's not a bus driver. He's not great. He's an above average, good to excellent quarterback. He's not elite. He's good to excellent. That's where he's at. But you can't expect him to have 40, 45 throws. You can't. 16 to 21 for 185 yards and 2 TDs with 134 quarterback rating. Who do you think that was? That's your guy. We're
gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to that later.
But
yeah, we're gonna get to that later.
Why? Because they know who they are. Dallas keeps saying
we're gonna get to that later, man. We're gonna get to that later.
I'm just using that to say they know who they are. Okay. Dallas keeps saying they know who they are. This is who we are. But they prove that they're still having an identity crisis. Are you a running team or are you a passing team?
They're beating they're fucking themselves up. Because it's a running team.
Hey, we about to move on, man.
All right, here's my last thing. Okay, here's my last thing before we move on.
Yeah.
We brought in Washington, who just came off injury. Big guy, big receiver, big bone dude, who is supposed to be our deep threat.
Yeah. Because that's what he did at Oklahoma State.
Tell me what play showed that today.
None, because Patine wiped his ass out like 3rd play of the game when he tried to go across the middle.
Yeah, I don't think Dak would have had enough time to get the ball off anyway. I'm telling you, that Texas pass rush was on it.
How do you set this dude up for success?
Well, that's up to your offensive coordinator. Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck, man.
Okay. Hey, listen, I'm gonna put myself in there.
Can we move on? Can we move on?
I am going to run the fucking ball
Okay, we got that.
All right, let's go.
This is supposed to be about how y'all won. Man. This ain't the goddamn. This ain't the goddamn Dallas Cowboys special.
Kellen Moore for sucking dick. If I see that dude in Allen anywhere, I'm gonna fuck his ass up.
Hey, that's between you and him. Hey, that's on video, man. You probably should keep that to yourself.
No, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Hey, if I see
here we go
on the street, I'm gonna fuck his ass up.
G, Eagles smacked the Giants up, man. I think a lot of that 22 was window dressing. Why'd the Eagles win today, man?
No turnovers. We ran the ball. We controlled the ball. Their defense was on the field 90% of the time, and they couldn't get us off the field. We punted like 2 or 3 times. So I mean, when you control exactly what Washington did to us, is what they realized and they started doing to everybody else. Control the clock and score. We only punted twice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that means your defense is on the field a lot in a long time. We scored on damn near every possession.
Appreciate that, big bro.
We scored on damn near every possession we had the ball, whether it was a field goal or a touchdown. And then, I mean, the last 17 points that we scored, I think, was window dressing, along with the last 10 points that the Giants scored. That was window dressing. There was no way they was going to come back. So, I mean, we put it like AB said. Like AB said.
He couldn't stay away, man. He couldn't stay away. What's going on, Pep?
He had to explain why the Jets. So, I mean, like AV said, and then I'm done. We played 4 quarters of football instead of 1/2 or 2 quarters. Instead of 1/2 or a quarter, and this, that's a 1/2. So that's why they won.
So Jalen Hurts, real quick, 21 to 31, 217, 2 touchdowns. Miles Sanders, 17 rushes, 144 yards. Gashing them.
On the outside.
Don't overlook the 77 yards on the ground.
Jalen Hurts had 7 for 77.
I was about to say. And
I remember the Boston Scott run for 33 yards. 35 had a long run, I think. Unless
Scott,
it came back.
No, that was a kick return.
Is that what it was? Okay.
That was a kick return.
AJ Brown 4 catches for 70. Devontae 5 for 64.
Yep.
I mean, it was a solid game, and then the defense, man. Saquon Barkley 9 rushes for 28 yards. That's how you snuff somebody out, man.
But they wasn't even really running them.
And make them one-dimensional. Hell, he couldn't go nowhere. Yeah.
They were running the other dude. What's the other dude name? Brightwell.
Brightwell had 5 for 23. I mean, he didn't do no better.
They abandoned the run because they find themselves down 3 touchdowns before they knew what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell you what, man. I'm still not a full believer in Jalen Hurts, but what I do believe about Jalen Hurts is that son of a bitch is going to run it when he sees it. He doesn't depend on his legs, but he does it when he has to. So he's gonna gash you. The second you want to go into cover 2 and you start opening up the middle of the field, he's gone. You want to put a spy on him? That's fine. He'll roll out. The spy's gonna get lost in the wash. He's gonna be gone if you don't put anybody on him. I mean, Boy Genius needs to take some notes. Look at how they've designed that offense around that. I mean, they've given him a solid offensive line. He's got an excellent running game behind him. And then the concepts. It isn't so much like he's not an uber talented guy. And you can't sit there and tell me that he's got this cannon of an arm and he's super accurate, because he's not. But he's put in such great positions to succeed that he's got no choice but to go out there and use his skills to the best of his ability. And he looks good doing it. And I can't believe I'm saying this about the goddamn Eagles, but it's the truth, right? Like, AJ Brown was like, God bless this.
And we live off honesty on this podcast, whether it kills us or not, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was manna from heaven when that trade happened.
AV,
like they fleeced Tennessee for that. Like,
AV, he looked like Culpepper back in the day.
Culpepper had a cannon, man.
Yeah.
Culpepper had a ice cold cannon.
But
his running, I think you're right.
Culpepper came in the league a stud.
Yeah, but he's just so timely with those runs, and it isn't that it's just they're backbreaking. Whether it's like it's a 3rd and 7, and you've got all the receivers locked down, and he breaks it for 15. It's like those demoralizing runs.
Even when you go man to man, you have to know how to rush Jalen Hurts. If your ends get too far off the field, he's gonna kill you. Your ends and you need a middle push at the same time. If you're not getting no middle push and your ends are too far off the field, he's just gonna slip out and then he's gonna take off running.
So
and then
you guys know why
Washington. With that though, you can have that middle push and your ends cannot come too far up the field, but your D-backs have to be tight on Brown, Gainwell, Watkins, and Smith in order for them to get that serious pressure on him. Because if Washington had success, he only holds the ball in his hand about 3 seconds, and it's gone. Or he's
so the Commanders had success because of who? Deron Payne, and I forget the other guy's name. Is it Sweat?
Yeah,
right up the middle. Those two dudes are studs. Those two guys are studs.
That front four is nice. Period. But even without what's the name? The cat
he's still out. Yeah.
That front four is still nice, man.
Those two dudes in the middle, those two Georgia, those dudes are straight studs. So Philadelphia struggled because they have people in Jalen Hurts' face, right? Like he couldn't be as athletic because they had that center push. There's somebody else that's going to make the playoffs that's going to give them that problem. I hate to say it. Philadelphia will have to beat themselves this year.
And Washington,
take it back, San Francisco, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay, yo.
You see, Washington also, they did what you're saying, but they also covered Brown and Smith. They minimized their openness and made Jalen Hurts, if he did throw it, force it to him. That's why Washington had like 3 pass interference calls on Devontae Smith. So
you got to make him throw in the tight windows, man.
Yes,
because a lot of times when he hitting receivers, they wide open, man. Like it ain't motherfuckers within 10 yards of them.
So AV, I agree with you. I'm not so, and I've said it at the beginning of the season. I'm not sold on him either, but I did say that I've seen the work that he put in the offseason to get to where he's at now. However, the general manager and Nick Sirianni, I'm not sold on the Sirianni either, but the general manager and Sirianni developed a plan to they basically built the Eagles how Alabama was built when he was in Alabama and how Oklahoma was built when he was in Oklahoma. He had receivers and a running back and a solid offensive line.
My last thing on Philadelphia, this is where I'll close with them because, God, I hate that too. Sirianni's a goon. I said it. That dude's a goon.
Don't take it
with people.
Fuck you. I am not sold on Sirianni.
AB, do you like Donovan McNabb?
I like Donovan McNabb's swag before he got broke. Before he got broke. Remember, he was and I don't care what anyone else. He was Carson Wentz before Carson Wentz was Carson Wentz. He was good, then he got broke, and he could never fix himself.
Better than Carson Wentz.
He was better than Carson. What I'm saying, I'm just saying that Carson Wentz was good. Whatever happened in his mind got broken, and he never came back. Donovan McNabb was the same way. Somewhere along the way, he got broken, and then he just was never fixable again. But up until that point, he was great. I thought he was great. Yeah,
he was the greatest. He should have a statue, or maybe 2.
One throwing up. The one where he was throwing up at the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
That one and a passing one.
You still got y'all there.
Statues because he is the greatest, if not the greatest, Philadelphia quarterback. With
since y'all mentioned that butt fucker, since y'all mentioned him, he did not get us there. He got hurt week 3 or 4. He broke his ankle.
Calm down.
And Jeff Garcia is the one who got us to the playoffs, who got us to the end of the regular season, and then his punk ass came back. And if it wasn't for the fact that he threw that high ass pass and what's his name against Green Bay, and what's his name went up and got it because it was like 4th down, or we wouldn't have to punt. And Green Bay,
Freddie Mitchell.
Yeah,
All right, what's the next game, man?
Freddie Mitchell went up and caught that pass over the middle for the 1st down. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't even have been in the Super Bowl.
So whatever, man. Let's
the NFC
let's move
Championship.
on, man. Hey, listen, great job for the Eagles, and also fuck the Eagles. What's the next game?
Hey, BA, you can't cut the conversation off as much as you and AV just fucking ranted about the goddamn Cowboys. Now you want to cut somebody off. You can't do that shit. Man, did you hear BA? Did you hear BA? Oh my God, man.
I didn't cut somebody off.
BA, why the Cowboys win?
Oh, you want me to get the mic?
Hey, G, how you feel about
I said
play today?
Great job, Eagles.
I can't hear you.
How you think your defense played today?
The defense played pretty. I mean, we still got some work to do. Because there was some mix-ups. There was some plays where there was some missed assignments on the defense. But it really didn't have any effect on us because of the fact that we had 7 sacks today. They weren't coverage sacks. We were just getting to the quarterback. And
right.
We're 3rd in the league in defense, I think, behind y'all in Dallas.
Yeah.
So I think we're like 3rd in the league in defensive sacks. So I mean I expect that, but we had some defensive lapses, and that's not going to be able. It's not going to bode well against teams like San Francisco and San Francisco in the NFC East. I mean, in the NFC, I don't see a problem with anybody else. But y'all.
You don't see a problem with Dallas.
And look, I didn't. So AV at the big. I wish you was on the podcast when we did y'all predictions. I said that Dallas was not going to win the NFC East, but y'all were going to have a stellar record. Y'all were going to be like a game or two right where y'all are behind the Eagles. Somebody said that y'all was going to be 14-3. Now, it's still a possibility because y'all got 3 losses right now. But, I mean, it just was. But then somebody else said, and I'm not saying no names, I'm not pointing no fingers, said that the Eagles was going to be 5 and whatever. That we was only going to win 5 games this season.
5-12.
So, I mean, I'm a realist. But right now, as it stands right now, how we're gelling and how everything is coming together and that defensive line that we've put together come Christmas Eve, that is going to be a dogfight. That is going to be a true dogfight. And it's going to be...
I can't wait.
It's going to be defense against defense. And it's going to be who can stop the run, who can slow the run down the most. It's not going to come down to passing.
Well, Kellen Moore do that. Kellen Moore do that for the Eagles, so no problem.
Let me pull this triple reverse pass. See what happens.
It's not
this seems like a great time for it. 3rd and 22. Let's try it. Let's see what happens.
I'm just saying it's not going to. I don't think it's going to come down to passing because y'all know our weapons. We know y'all weapons. It's going to come down to whose running game is more effective.
I honestly think the game is already tilting to you. You lost Brown with an Achilles. Lewis was already out for his injury early in the year. We're down to 2 rookies out there, which I don't even know why Jonathan Joseph was out there in the first place over our other guy, Deron Bland. We got some things we got. We're getting unhealthy as everybody else is getting healthier, and I think that's a problem. But I had the Cowboys 12-5. Honestly, I had the Eagles at 11-6. So to see
that's respectable.
Yeah, to see the Eagles having the success that they've had, it's been surprising.
That's respectable. You know what I'm saying?
Again, I agree with you, but I think that the Cowboys is kind of even on the injury recovery report because we got a man Smith coming back. Who is going to be a big? I'm just saying. He gonna be a big move because he goes back to his depth position and then a rookie in
for how long?
Well, that's the question. That's the question. I personally, if I was in charge, I wait till the playoffs go.
Like I said, Christmas Eve. If there was
is it me? Hold up.
Somebody's TV in the background. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh, that's Pep.
If there was a divisional championship game, Christmas Eve is going to be it.
He was on a podcast and a FaceTime all in one.
It's Pep. I mean, because Pep is out there. Pep.
Okay, hey, are we good on the Eagles?
Pep got that. He got that government. He got that government in there. There's a government in there.
Pep, we can still hear your TV.
Man. I know. I have my significant others watching TV. I wasn't supposed to get on, but I'm gonna tell you about these Jets lost, and then I'm jumping off.
Like I said, government in there.
All right, go.
So, as you know, I flew in today, so I missed the whole first half. So I didn't catch the game until
How was your
until I don't know. I just walked past that dude, but it wasn't like I saw Jay-Z or somebody. It was that
You didn't pop out. You know what I'm saying? Talk about his hits back in the day.
So,
hey, if he on the same flight as Pep, I don't think he popping no bottles. No offense, Pep. I'm just saying.
No, because I'm not. So I got to the game when Josh Allen scored that touchdown and made it 14-7.
Yeah.
Then Mike White gets hurt. Flacco comes in. Fumble. Defense wins that because they gave up 3. Then can't move the ball. Punt. Mike White gets hurt again.
Yep. Yo, his ribs gonna be sore as fuck. Yo. Yeah.
We're driving. Even before Flacco, they was driving, then he fumbled.
Yeah.
Then they're driving again. Michael Carter fumbles. And then really that was almost the end of the game. Then we got the block punt, but then nothing else after the block punt. So really, it was just the fumbles that killed the Jets. The defense played well enough.
The defense was sticky.
Yeah.
Them boys
some
hitting,
days, some Sundays, we need our offense to back them up. But the fumbling and turning the ball over, you can't back up your defense when you keep turning the ball over. And you can't keep turning over. It's hard to beat the bad teams in the NFL turning the ball over. You're not going to beat the team that's predicted to win the Super Bowl turning the ball over.
Right.
And that's what beat the Jets today. Was the turn. It was like they just started doing that when I turned the game off. So that's why they lost today.
Is the Zach Wilson era over? Are we ever going to see that kid again?
We shouldn't have never saw number 2. So I don't say his name.
I just say his name because his mama's fine, but whatever.
Yeah, okay. But yeah. So what I'll tell you is he's not. So because
hey, where are you from?
Dallas.
So before they benched him, I was talking about how Mike White was better than Flacco and Wilson during training camp.
Mike White!
He was better than both of them during training camp, but I can't start this dude that was the 8th drafted quarterback behind Sam Darnold and all those clowns. Well, not clowns because Lamar Jackson was in that class. But I can't start him over the number 2 draft pick. So But yeah, his time is as a starter with the Jets is over, and it should be because the offense looks completely different.
So Mike White was 27 of 44 for 268, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Joe Flacco 1 for 3, 1 yard, 0
Fumble,
touchdowns, 0 interception. Hey man, I'll tell
fumble,
you though,
fumble,
fumble, yeah,
fumble.
fumble, yeah. I'll tell you, man, this Zonovan Knight, when Brees Hall get back, boy, y'all gonna have a nice 1-2 punch. Nice.
Yeah.
I think Carter gonna be the odd man out, and they gonna let him go because that Knight
Nah.
dude. Hey,
They,
you think they gonna keep
so
the 3 backs, all 3?
yeah, because Michael, this is only his second year. So unless they
Okay.
trade him, they're not gonna because they're not paying him a whole lot.
Yeah,
So
they
they're
all
just
on
not gonna let him
on a
go.
rookie
Yeah.
contract still. So
So,
Garrett Wilson did his thing, of course, 6 catches, 78 yards. Elijah
but we
Moore,
lost Corey Davis and Quentin
6 for
Williams.
60. Yeah, he got knee in the back of the head. Well, first of all, they threw him down. He hit the front of his head, and then the dude kneed him in the back of his head after that. So he got like the double whammy. His brain got smacked
Yeah.
the front and the back of his head.
But Quentin Williams might play next week though. He should be good.
Okay.
I think it was just his calf, so he might be good for next week. I was just looking at it.
Y'all just couldn't put the ball in the end zone, man. I mean, y'all did it once.
He was turning it over.
Turning it over too much.
So if they don't, if Flacco don't fumble, they were driving. If Carter don't fumble, like when Carter fumbled, we was on our own. We was on their 30.
Yeah.
And he fumbled. We were driving for a touchdown, and he fumbled.
Yeah.
So
and looking at Buffalo's numbers, man, that defense kept them in check.
yeah.
Josh Allen 16 of 27 for 147.
Because what you doing with them corners when they playing well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
almost stepped up.
So that's why they lost.
Just couldn't get no offensive production, man.
Nah, fumble the turnovers. The turnovers is what did it today.
Yep.
And we keep going to Barry on some clutch moments. I don't know why they do that.
Hey man,
because he keep dropping
passes.
passes.
That punt. He dodged that punt, man. When that shit almost bounced and hit him. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Pep, y'all played the Chargers this season yet?
Nah, we don't play them. We don't play the AFC
Y'all
West.
play them this year?
No. Whoa.
Yeah, y'all ain't played them. I'm looking at it now.
That's all you got, Pep. I mean, I watched it. Like I said,
because y'all still in the playoff picture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they 7-5. They still in.
Yeah, 3 games.
7-6.
6.
Yeah, they 7.
Yeah, 7-6. Yeah, they. I mean, they still in the hunt. What's up, BA?
Right.
I said 3 games left, right?
4.
3.
4.
Yeah, 4 games left.
17 games now. I know it's weird. That odd number is weird.
It is.
That's what I'm saying. Hold up, 4 games, but we're on
week 4. So they play.
Yeah, everybody get a bye week.
Bye weeks. It's 18 weeks. Everybody get a bye week.
It's 18 weeks.
You're right.
Yeah,
because this week was the last week for buys. Because Washington.
I was gonna say Washington got a bye this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This last bye week. Okay. Got it. Okay.
You good, Pep?
Yeah, I'm good. You see my eyes closing.
I knew you was gonna pop on, man.
Yeah,
I heard y'all talking trash about me, so I had to jump on. I was listening.
He was. He was talking trash.
I didn't think he was. I didn't think you were dodging explaining.
I feel it was funny though. That shit was
but
good.
Just so y'all know, I got to yell at Ben Simmons on Friday.
For real? Yeah, I bet.
Oh, you saw how close I was.
Yeah, what'd you tell him?
Oh, I was asking him why he wasn't putting these little dudes in the basket.
Yeah.
Hey, you backing these little dudes down and then you trying to pass or you shooting a jump hook. Hey, turn around, put them dudes in the basket.
Yeah.
What I was saying.
But you if you look at the pictures I posted on Facebook, that dumb look he have on his face. That's the look he give you when he hear you. Yeah, put
No,
these little dudes in the
I'll be
back.
yelling at Oklahoma tomorrow. Their guns. I'll be at the game tomorrow. I'll be in the.
They play basketball tomorrow. The men.
Yeah, Oklahoma be down here playing the Mavericks tomorrow night. Yeah.
I watch it. Oh, you mean the Thunder?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Thunder come down tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there yelling at them.
Yeah, that's what's up.
All right, y'all. That's why it's just life.
Yeah,
All right, Kevin.
early, man.
Now I'm about to go to sleep.
So
All right, man, good to see you, Doc.
You about to get out too?
Same.
All right, I'm about to. I'm still gonna break down.
Man. I got a 5-hour drive. Good to see you, Pep.
All right. Yeah, I'm still gonna break down why the 49ers won, man. So
yeah, I wanted to get on this subject before we got on.
Okay, that's cool.
That's a good one. No. On the 49ers, before I jump off, I want to talk about. I want to hear yours, and then.
All right, cool. We about to do that right now.
The Eagles.
Can I be first?
Nobody is the.
Can I be first?
No, he got to go first.
Before I go.
I got to go first. It's my team.
Well, I'm about to bounce, so I
don't care. It's still my team.
Wow.
You can't wait a minute. It won't take me long. I promise.
Okay.
So, the reason why we won, number one, that goddamn defense, man. That shit's smothering, bro. It's smothering. That front seven is nasty. The secondary is supportive. Is locked in with that front seven.
Effective.
It's nice.
Dude,
Running the ball. We still running the ball. Look. Hey, man. Look. Brock Purdy, man. I didn't flinch when Jimmy G went down because I know what Brock Purdy can do. I watched that dude for 4 years in the Big 12. I know what Brock Purdy can do. That dude is a gamer. He is a gamer, man. You know, he ain't out there trying to do too much. Simple numbers. 16 to 21, 185, 2 touchdowns. Hey, and he got the confidence. He got the backing of that defense, man. When you got Dre Greenlaw walking past you saying, keep slinging that bitch, Purdy. We got your back. Shit. You out there, you keep slinging that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But he ain't slinging it stupid, though. He's actually putting the ball where it's supposed to go, where it needs to be. He's getting out of trouble, shit that Jimmy G can't do. He's spinning out of trouble, run, throw on the run. Shit, I'm sitting here looking like, shit, Jimmy G ain't did that. He read defenses better than Trey Lance.
Bruh.
Way better than Trey Lance.
Keep
Because he done played more football than Trey Lance.
Keep
He
going.
done played more football than Trey Lance.
Yes.
He's getting George Kittle involved. Christian McCaffrey is just, oh, man. What a pickup, man.
The one thing I noticed about your boy Brock Purdy, he sells the play action way
better
than Jimmy G.
Like a veteran.
But when you got
action
Christian
is really
McCaffrey
good.
back there, though, that helps, too.
But like a veteran, he sells it.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's not phased, man. He's not phased.
Yeah, he's really smooth. Like Jimmy G has that. He has this little hitch step before
he's fidgety. He's scary.
Yeah.
He's fidgety. That ain't no hitch step. He's scary.
I was gonna try to be nice, but whatever. You know, he's scared. Yeah,
you gotta be nice.
So I had the NFL Red Zone on today, man. So I had the entire command center on today because I had all the games that I could get on today, and because of the noon game. But I keyed in on him on a couple of things. I had to hit the rewind on it. Dude, like I said, the smoothness of his turn and then his what is it, the glide step as he fakes it going, and then he just turns and just throws it. And you're right, he's not throwing it into trouble. He's not throwing it into bad windows. He's throwing it where the play is designed. And I know that they may have dumbed it down a little bit, but still, because of the weapons San Francisco has. I mean, you're looking at Christian McCaffrey.
You know what? That's just it. Hey, real quick, I don't know if they had dumbed it down. They said they would invite Purdy to go gamble and stuff. Purdy would be like, nah. And Purdy would be studying that playbook. Probably. He wouldn't even fuck with them like that.
I don't think they've opened it up all the way, which makes them that much more scary though. That's just my opinion. Like that makes it.
Go ahead, BA. Real quick. Go ahead, BA.
All right, here's my deal. This dude is in practice against the #1 defense in the league
every week.
Every week. I'm just saying. First off, second, this dude's mind is amazing because his mind has grown so much since he got in the NFL. Facing again one of the best defenses in the league, this dude's mind is crazy. When I watch a rookie quarterback, his first start, throw the ball away instead of trying to force some shit.
Yeah, Jimmy G never throws it away.
Bruh,
he always tries to make a play.
There you go. But you can't tell me this dude's NFL quarterback mind is not way above normal rookies.
He played 4 years of college.
You're right.
In a system similar to what he's playing now.
Okay, I got you with that, Guns. But I'm saying that his experience going up against one of the best, if not the best, NFL defenses every week,
every day in practice. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Has not groomed this dude to be, because I mean, look at how the players reacted to this dude during the game.
Yeah.
Look at how the organization, from the training staff, the coaches, and everything else, react to this dude during the game and last week. I'm just saying, this dude might be something special. Let's go back 20.
We'll wait and see.
Let's go back 22 years.
Steve Young? Steve Young, 22 years? Oh, I'm about to say, I was talking about San Francisco. I was like, 22 years.
No, I
was like, pump your brakes. He ain't no Steve Young yet.
Well, because the dude already broke what, 3 NFL records?
He's only been playing for like 20 plus years.
Yeah, I mean, he's solid. He's been solid. He's in a no-fail offense, man. If you fuck that offense up, you suck as a quarterback.
But
so I would say C.J. Beathard, Nick Mullins, a couple of other people who done failed at Kyle Shanahan's offense. They suck.
I just think the dude's smart. I think he's a smart quarterback. Actually locked in during training camp and really locked into the offense, really studied, and did what he had to do. Because, again, today's show, come on now, that dude killed Tampa Bay.
Yep.
All right, I get the San Francisco defense is fantastic. I will not deny that. But Tampa Bay, I mean, let's look at their last 4 games. What, 21, 17, 17, and 7 today? Like, they're not exactly good lighting up the board.
We went out there and did what we were supposed to do.
No, but at the same time, Greenlaw and Warner, those two scariest dudes.
And Alshire. Because he'll come hit you too.
This is why I see San Francisco being able to beat a Dallas and a Philadelphia. Right? Because their front four will hit you in the mouth, and you're not going to get the edge on those dudes. You're just not. Those windows that Jalen Hurts has been used to getting, right? Those little things where he's gonna get popped up. These two dudes hit, man. And this is back from. I mean, we're talking about like the Ed Norton days when he was there at Ken Norton Jr. when he was with
Ken Norton Jr.
For both the Cowboys and the 49ers, man. I mean, you're talking about linebacker play from back in those. These dudes are like those old school mentality with like this current game athleticism. That's scary, man. That's scary.
Go ahead, G.
So this is why this is my biggest fear in the NFC. I'm not afraid of no team in the AFC as an Eagle. The biggest fear in the NFC is exactly what AV was saying. It's San Francisco because of the defense. There's no defense in the NFC right now that is going to give our offense fits the way San Francisco will. Because of the pressure that's going to get put on Jalen Hurts, it's going to they're going to keep the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands because they know if he gets it off, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and then Kez Watkins. Kez Watkins is he's one of the fastest receivers in the league, if not the fastest. They said that dude really ran a 4.2. So if he gets out and they get separation, it's over. So they're not going to allow that to happen. And they have the defense and the support behind the front four has the support behind them with the other 7 motherfuckers sitting back there that will give us fits. I'm not worried about Dallas because the Eagles. We're going to win the NFC East. Dallas is going to have to go see. Y'all will beat Tampa Bay, but y'all are going to run into. Y'all are going to run into San Francisco before we do. Because
no. Look here.
It doesn't reseed after. Yeah, it doesn't reseed after.
Let me give you this playoff scenario real quick. Watch this. So what'd you say? You said Dallas, they'll beat Tampa Bay.
Yep.
So San Francisco would play the Commanders. And Minnesota would play the Giants.
Right.
So I would
Giants
say
ain't in the picture right now.
Cowboys gonna play Minnesota.
No, they're back in the picture since Seattle lost.
Okay, Seattle. I forgot Seattle lost.
So I think Minnesota would beat the Giants. San Francisco would beat the Commanders.
But see, that's going to run.
Hold on. The Cowboys would beat Tampa Bay. Mm-hmm. So that means the Cowboys would be the highest seed team left, which means they would go to Philly.
No, Philly would play the lowest seed. I thought they would play the lowest,
which would be the Cowboys. Because the 49ers in Minnesota knocked out 6 and 7.
But see,
okay, you're right.
But see, what I'm saying, Guns, is I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is San Francisco and Minnesota is going to flip. San Francisco is going to wind up being number 2 in the NFC.
I thought about that. I mean, either way, it's still going to have Dallas at 5.
Yeah.
And they're 6 and 7 still going to lose, and Dallas will still be the lower seed left, and they're going to have to go to Philly, and then San Francisco and Minnesota would play.
Again,
they would come to us.
My only fear in the NFC is San Francisco. That's it. And it's no disrespect to anybody else, to anybody else's team. It's just how we're built and how they've been, the moves that we done made, picking up free agents and everything else. Even after the trade deadline, I don't see anybody else giving us fits the way y'all would. Because
we'll see, man. We still got to play games, man. We still got
to
games
me, Diggs is a shell of himself from last season. You have not heard Diggs' name.
He picked one out today.
Yeah,
but you haven't really heard. I mean,
really. I mean, he hit it. It wasn't no firestorm like last year.
Like last
picking
year.
everything off. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but they're not throwing his way either. He's not getting the opportunities.
Yeah, well, because it wasn't like a high power throwing game.
I was gonna say, y'all played the Texans.
So
exactly,
Deebo Samuel,
played the Texans, and it shouldn't have been like that. But
it shouldn't have. Yeah, to be honest, y'all should have lost that game.
Well, the Cowboys won, but in reality, the Texans lost. The Texans lost that game.
Sure, the Texans lost.
Yeah,
y'all should have lost that game though.
They played crap.
So we played down
and put the ball and put their chips on 0.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Look.
Yeah,
I'm out. Hey, I gotta get up early in the morning.
Man. Good.
Love y'all, man. Hey, AV, good to meet you, baby.
Hey, BA, good to meet you too. I'm gonna call
Deebo was carted off with a high ankle sprain. I don't know we don't necessarily need him right now. We just sit him down, man, and let him rest for a few weeks.
I thought that was a big issue for you guys.
I think it was a high ankle sprain, what they said.
It was. That's what they said it was.
With Ayuk and Kittle, it should be all right. Because McCaffrey, you have to remember, he's a double threat. He's not just out of the backfield. You put him in the slot.
First of all, First of all, Kyle shouldn't have been running Debo up 21-0. First of all,
let's talk about
second,
it. There you go.
Second,
you know what?
You got a nice little rookie back there if you want to rest somebody. That cat Jordan Mason, he's straight.
Give him he had like 40. Yeah, he had like 45 yards today too off a little.
Let him get that work. You are 21-9. You ain't got no reason to get a ball to Debo.
Why? Why would you do that to one of your top?
Because it's Kyle trying to be cute, man. Why? He's trying to be cute. He's a boy. He's a boy 1 and 2.
He's a Shanahan.
Yeah,
that's some shit his daddy would have did.
But anyway, you know, I'm glad we got the win. I tell you, man. Hey, the Cowboys is one loss from coming to see us anyway,
bro.
We'll see how it plays out.
We'll see how it plays out.
I looked at y'all schedule.
I think it's gonna be another disappointing season.
I looked at y'all schedule, and the hardest 2 games y'all have remaining out of the 4 is Philly and Tennessee.
But
who, the Cowboys?
Yep, Philly and Tennessee.
Tennessee lost today.
Again.
They sure did.
Again. Yeah. And old King Henry had he had 95 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter. Turn around, ended up with 112 and 2 fumbles. But with 2 fumbles that were costly.
Fumbled twice? That's rare, man.
Bro, I had to rewind it. I had to rewind the DVR.
He had to rewind it.
I was like, what am I seeing here? So yeah, I thought that was a wrap.
Hey, y'all got Jacksonville next week, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they put it on. But I don't know what Trevor Lawrence we're gonna get. Are we gonna get
Trevor Lawrence? Yeah, no. Are you gonna get 30 for 42, 368 yards, and 3 touchdowns? Trevor Lawrence, damn, he lit their ass up.
Well, see,
or 17 for 35 for like 118 and 3. That's like I had a few weeks ago, right? Like,
but that depends on the Cowboys' defense that shows up.
And you're right, And you're right,
but that's depending on the defense that shows up.
But they target Joseph, who took over Brown.
I think Deron Bland needs to be there.
I still think Joseph is better than Brown. I think Brown was our weakest link at cornerback for the defense.
We got the wrong guy in there though, man. That should be Deron Bland.
Huh?
That should be Deron Bland. The kid had 2 picks last week. That kid should be there. That kid has been solid, man.
And you're right. I agree with you. Bland should be over there as a replacement cornerback for Anthony Brown. Joseph, the reason why they did Joseph because he's been doing it for 3-4 years, which is okay. That's fine. I got it, and y'all got your scheme set up. But I personally believe that if they start targeting Joseph, it might change the landscape for the Cowboys a little bit because I still think Joseph's better than Brown.
You got to prove it because he had 2 big catches on him in successive weeks. So we'll see. Because we ain't got we don't got no baby Troy Polamalu out there like my dog Smurf Dog and his team. Right? We ain't got baby Troy Polamalu running around out there making miracle TDs or miracle interceptions happen.
Hey, that dude be biting on shit.
Oh man,
he be biting on shit though sometimes.
That dude's a Perk Plus commercial waiting to happen.
Let me tell you this: if Tennessee don't give you fits, Washington will, because Washington is trying to do it.
I picked Washington to win that last game. Remember?
Oh yeah.
I picked Washington to win that game because they made a move. Man. They made a move, and I was like, "Damn! I think the Redskins gonna beat the Cowboys that last game of the season."
Yeah,
because it's gonna be for something.
Well, if we don't have anything to play for, then it won't matter, and so they might get us right. Because again, it's all for me.
Y'all still in it for the division. As long as y'all ain't losing no games, y'all still playing for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Playing for it.
Now we win 2.
The New Year's Eve game is going to make the difference, right? Our Christmas Eve game is going to make the difference.
Yeah,
of course. Philly, we'll play all the way to the end. If we don't, then that's a gimme. That might be a let you into the playoffs game for them, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what's going to matter. Oh, good night.
Love you more.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
look, I'm
Washington.
out,
I think Washington is going to give y'all.
All
fits
right, BA,
because
we
they're
about to
trying
get out of
make
here
it.
in a minute, man. We about to get out of here in a minute anyway. So
Yeah.
you know what? Here, let me just go on and sign this off, man. Hey, AV, we appreciate you coming, man. Hey,
Does,
shoot
I
me your
appreciate it, man.
address.
Hey, you always welcome back, baby.
Shoot me your address, man. I'll mail you a glass, man. Did you see the glass? You got your glass?
No, man, I didn't.
Oh, let me hit you up. This is it.
Oh.
Watch
we get your glass for coming on the podcast, man.
Yeah. I'll send it to you, man. I'll send you all
right, bet. Hey,
and I'll send you and I'll send you commemorative one too. I got a couple.
Don't put it in the dishwasher. You gotta
send me a what?
Oh, I have a few commemorative glasses.
I put mine
too,
in
things I'm doing on the side.
What it got on it?
It got. I have different things. I have some Army ones, some Marine ones, different ones. I'll send you an Army one.
Okay, I thought you were sending me some Cowboys. I'm like, nah, don't do that.
Oh, no. I do have some of those, but
it'll never make it in the house.
Yeah, I'll get everybody's address. I'll send everybody a little something.
But yo, man, I appreciate you coming on for real, man. We'll bring you back. We'll bring you back like before the playoffs, I guess. We can bring you back.
Sure.
That's like 4 or 5 weeks. Bring them back for the playoffs, man. We'll bring Jay on. You can bring it back
post Christmas too, so I could tell G right here why we won.
Sure. We'll bring some Cowboy fans on.
I'm a realist.
All right, man.
We'll do that.
I'm a realist. I'm not that dude above me yawning.
Me?
All right, man. Hey, make sure y'all come back for episode 64, man, of the Sip Smoking Sports Podcast, man, for G, BA, AV, Pep, and everybody who chimed in tonight. We appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, episode 64, the Sip Smoking Sports Podcast, man. Peace. Spell my goddamn name right.
Yo.